الله الرحمن الرحيم والضحى والليل إذا سجى ما ودعك ربك وما قلى وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضى ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى ووجدك ضالا فهدى ووجدك عائلا فأغنى فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر وأما السائل فلا تنهر وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث.
Jazakallah and mashallah. Now we will start our today's ceremony, and I would like to inform you that today's ceremonies has been divided into two parts. In the first part, we are going to have the ending lecture of our China Fellowship Program, and in the second part, we are going to celebrate through certification of our participants of the China Fellowship Program. So without wasting any further time, I would like to invite Sir Khalid Taimur to please start his lecture for the China Fellowship Program. And I guess we don't need any further introduction of Sir Khalid, because we have already have a very good time with Sir Khalid already. Sir, please.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We started this journey almost 8 months ago when we planned this fellowship program for all of you, and I'm very happy that today we are not only gathered here for the closing ceremony, but all of you at the end of this ceremony will get the fellowship certificates from Institute for Community with Shared Future, Communication University of China. I would especially like to thank Dr. Tahir along with his team, Alishpa and Aksa and others for holding this fellowship for last 6 months. And I'm very glad that a lot of you had written very good articles about China, and I'm sure that you are going to cherish this thing, and whatever you have been doing, you will be quoting it in your CVs when you will leave this university. So since today is the last lecture of the series of this fellowship program, so I have chosen this subject which is very close to my heart also, and is of course is very close to the Chinese government's heart. That is the concept of the community with shared future, pathways and prospects for youth in Pakistan. So first of all, let's see what is community with shared future. Before we go over to the concept of this community with shared future, I would just like to tell you that let's go back to 1945. The present geographical world order, which was established after the Second World War, it started in 1945 with the creation of United Nations. And ever since then, we have seen lots of things happening in the world. One of the major events after the Second World War was the creation of United Nations, but eventually we saw that after 80 years, United Nations has become a redundant organization in which they have not been able to take any kind of concrete steps for anything. The second big thing which happened after the Second World War was the creation of European Union. But with Brexit and with the problems going on within the European Union, we are seeing that this initiative has also not yielded those results which were desired out of the European Union. The third big event which happened after Second World War was the climate change accord. And we have seen US exiting out of climate change accord once Donald Trump was in power for the first time, and also on 20th January 2025, when Donald Trump took the presidency again, the first thing which he signed was the exit from the Climate Change Treaty of 1997. And the fourth thing which has happened after the Second World War was the concept of the community with shared future, which was given by President Xi Jinping in March 2013. And since March 2013 till now, almost 13 years have passed, and we have seen that this concept is going on without any sort of controversies. Of course, now that we have social media, and social media is mostly controlled by the Western countries, we see a lot of things against China, we see a lot of things against this concept. So my aim today is, so my aim today is to, one, acquaint you with this concept. Two, before you finish with this fellowship program, you should absolutely be clear that is China trying to be hegemonic in the world, or they are trying to bring in a multilateral system in the world. So this thing has to be very, very clear in your minds, because tomorrow once you are going to go out and you will quote people that you have done a China fellowship program. So in the present world order, whatever is happening geopolitically, people are going to ask you this question. So you should be very clear on this concept. So now let's see, what is the concept of the community with shared future? If you see all the whatever is written in the slides, that China always says that all countries are interconnected and interdependent with each other. No nation can progress in isolation. Global challenges require collective solutions, and cooperation is more beneficial than competition. In March 2013, when President Xi Jinping gave this idea of community with shared future, the only one thing which he had in his mind, or the Chinese government had in its mind, that we had seen Cold War between Russia and US, and then after 1991, we are seeing a sort of one superpower in the world, that is US, and that has also not yielded any sort of results by having one superpower in the world. So the Chinese concept basically revolves around multilateralism. So the core idea behind this concept is that the future of every country is linked with the future of all the countries. Although this concept was given in 2013, but now as we are in 2026 and we are seeing a war between Iran and US and Israel, so I think the last sentence holds good today, that the future of every country is linked with the future of all the countries. Like Iran's future is now linked with all of us. The key principles of this concept includes mutual respects among nations, win-win cooperation instead of zero-sum competition, shared development and prosperity, peaceful coexistence, and sustainable global growth. Why is this concept important today? Because the world is facing climate change, economic inequality, technological disruption, global health crisis, and security challenges. I need not to repeat this thing, because since last 2 months, we have seen whatever is happening around the world, especially the Iran war has changed the international dynamics. It has shattered the US dream of being the only sole superpower in the world. And it has also shown the world that how economically we are interdependent on each other. The next is the idea of a shared future is rooted in globalization today. As we know that connects countries, technological advancement connects people, supply chain connects industries, and migration connects cultures. So let's take the example of mobile phone. It is designed in one country, manufactured in another country, uses raw material from multiple countries, and then they are sold globally. Let's take example of iPhone. iPhone is basically claimed by US that it's their star product, but it is mostly made in China, and the parts of iPhones are not only made in China, but some parts are also made in South Korea and also in Japan, but it is sold globally. Let's take a look at Pakistan in the framework of shared future. Pakistan, as we know, that Pakistan's plays a very important role in the regional and global connectivity. Again, we have seen that this war has basically shown all of us that how strategically important Pakistan is, and why Pakistan is chosen by US and also by the Iranians for having these talks. Because of the strategic geographical location, of course, not because of the young population. Lots of countries have young population also, growing economy and strong diplomatic relations. In last couple of years, we have seen Pakistan's diplomatic relations not only with US, but in the Central Asia and in this region also increased dramatically, and especially after Pakistan's war with India last year, we have seen that Pakistan has emerged as a middle power in this region. Pakistan connects South Asia with Central Asia. Pakistan also connects Middle East. Pakistan connects China via CPEC routes. This makes Pakistan a natural hub for the regional connectivity. As we have seen that ever since the blockade of Strait of Hormuz, all the trade which was being routed through Jebel Ali or through ports of the Middle East is now being redirected to Pakistan, and we have seen that not only this route is now open, but also the trade from Pakistan to Central Asia is now being carried out via Iran and China. And unfortunately, because of the situation in Afghanistan, the shortest route to Central Asia is closed, which is 760 kilometers from Peshawar to Tashkent. And we are forced to adopt a longer route which connects via Turkmenistan and Iran to Central Asia. So now let's talk about Pakistan-China relationship. Pakistan-China relationship is not bound to CPEC. We have been very, very close to each other ever since the Communist Party took over the reins in the Chinese government on 1st October 1949. And we have seen that this relationship building on trust, long-term cooperation, economic development, and regional stability. Pakistan has always been supporting China in its early times after 1st October 1949, and Pakistan was the one which had introduced China to the West and also took China to United Nations also. And Pakistan was very, very instrumental in establishing the US-China relationship also. So since all of you are young, so most of the people these days ask that the present role which Pakistan is playing, is it for the first time? No, this is not for the first time that we are playing such kind of role. We have played this kind of role in 60s and early 70s between China and US also. So the major cooperation area, as we know, are the infrastructure development, energy projects, industrial growth, trade expansion, security cooperation, and the most important of all is technology transfer. As we know that now we have entered in the second phase of CPEC and in the second phase of BRI, and now the B2B cooperation has already started with lots of countries. And of course, Chinese industry is now moving out to various countries, including Pakistan. So CPEC is the most practical example of the shared future concept right now with Pakistan. And CPEC large-scale development projects include Gwadar ports and connecting Xinjiang region of China, which includes roads, energy projects, railways, and special economic zones. We have 9 special economic zones which are already established in Pakistan, and we are looking forward for more Chinese investment coming in days to come. So the key pillars of the CPEC, these are basically the key pillars which are shown on slide. They are basically G2G key pillars. They do not include B2B, which has just started. So in government to government, we have seen cooperation, we have seen new power plants, we have seen hydropower projects, we have seen renewable energy development projects, infrastructure included motorways, rail network is yet to start, and ports and logistic hub. Gwadar Port and Gwadar Airport. I remember I was there in the Gwadar Port few months back, and even the Chinese there at the Gwadar Port, they told me they had named it as a ghost port. But ever since this Iran war has started, now this ghost port is becoming very, very important for the ships, and Gwadar Port in last couple of days have handled much more cargo than in last 2 years, which they had handled. So again, in G2G cooperation, we saw special economic zones, industrial parks, manufacturing units. The places have been earmarked, but we have yet to see the Chinese industry coming in over here. One thing I want to make clear over here is that we always, when we write our papers, when we, especially young scholars, when you people write your papers or anything, you think, and everybody, all of us, we think that security is the major impediment. But security is not the major impediment, because when we go to China and when we sit with the think tanks over there, so for them, security is not that impediment. They always share that the main problem with Pakistan is the energy management, grid management, transmission lines, because they say that in Lahore, in Islamabad, in Faisalabad, there is no security problem. The main problem which they are hesitant that they are not ready to come to Pakistan right now is they say that we need to develop and we need to improve our grid management, and we need to improve our transmission lines. So next time, whenever you people are doing some kind of research, especially on this thing that why the Chinese industry has yet to move in, so let's not only revolve around security issues, but you should also be thinking, and you should also be seeing that what are the issues related to grid management and transmission lines. So benefits of CPEC for Pakistan: reduced energy shortage, which we have yet to see, yet to be seen because of the poor management of transmission lines. Improved infrastructure, yes, we are seeing improved infrastructure. Previously, if you had to travel from Islamabad to Multan, it would take a complete day through GT road, but now Islamabad to Multan is just 6 to 7 hours via motorway. Then job creations, yes, lot of unskilled and skilled labor, they got job. Industrialization, yes, it is in progress. Increased foreign investment, we have yet to see these benefits, but of course, in times to come, we will be seeing more foreign investment coming in. And then strengthening of exports. Unfortunately, strengthening of exports is also related to the energy management. So till that time, we will not be able to manage our energy. We will not be able to increase foreign investment or strengthen exports. For example, I brought few Chinese companies to Pakistan few months back, and the Pakistan government was offering at that time 7 cents a unit to the industrial infrastructure. But at the same time, in our neighboring countries, in Tajikistan, they're offering 3.5 cents per unit, and Uzbekistan is offering 5 cents per unit. So we need to manage our energy, we need to rationalize our energy so that, and we need to bring down our prices so that major foreign investment comes to Pakistan. Now enhancing B2B cooperation, that's the most important part, because CPEC or BRI phase 1 is already finished. Now in times to come, it's only and only one thing, which is B2B cooperation in years to come. So what is B2B cooperation? It is direct business collaboration between companies of these two countries and also with the other countries. And instead of only government to government ties, business also, the business people should cooperate directly. So right now, although we have signed a currency swap agreement with China, but we have yet to sign these kinds of agreements with the Central Asian countries. Until the time we do not establish currency swap agreements and banking agreements with the Central Asian countries, they will not be able to derive the benefits of CPEC in B2B cooperation. So the key areas again is the energy sector and manufacturing. These two are the main key areas in which textile industry, machinery production, and electronic assembly. Another very interesting thing, let me tell you that people of my age or even Dr. Tahir, when we used to study in universities and colleges, we would always study in Pakistan studies or social studies that the Pakistan of 60s and 70s was very, very advanced because of the industrial revolution at that time. But unfortunately, when I was doing my research in China, over there, they have calculated that the Pakistan of 60s and 70s was not that, they were not that wise in a way that at that time they choose to bring in Honda and Suzuki, Toyota, but they only signed the agreements of the assembly plants. And now after 50 years, we are seeing that Malaysia has transfer of technologies, other countries have transfer of technologies, and still we are having those assembly lines. Today, when we read in the newspapers that Kawasaki has closed its plant in Pakistan, or Hino has closed its plant in Pakistan, or very soon maybe Honda or Toyota will close its plants in Pakistan, it's not that they are running away from Pakistan. It's because that technology is now getting outdated because of the electric cars and because of the new innovation. So that technology is now getting outdated, and perforce they have to close their plants, because in 1960s and 70s we opted for the assembly plants. We never signed long-term agreements of transfer of technology, which Malaysia and other countries had signed with Japan. So that is why now, since God has given us another chance, and now the Chinese technology is coming in very fast, so we must sign now not only the assembly agreements, but also the transfer of technology, because the new technology is changing rapidly. It's not like the old cars that they would stay for 10 years or 20 years. The new technology vehicles, EV vehicles, EV charging station, lithium battery technology, it's changing very, very fast. So till the time we do not have transfer of technology in Pakistan, so last time it took us 50 years to lag behind, but next time it will take us only 5 years to lag behind, because the electric cars and electric innovation is happening very fast. Then again, agriculture, modern farming technology, water management system, crop improvement techniques. And China has already shifted its wheat crop and cotton crop to hybrid crops. So now they can grow wheat in all seasons, they can grow cotton in all seasons, but we still have to wait for summers and winters for these kinds of crops. Then IT and digital economy, software development, AI collaboration, e-commerce platforms, VR moving towards it, but we need to be more faster, and we need to, again, as I said, that we need to attract technology over here. We don't need to attract softwares, or we don't need to attract assembly houses over here. Then in construction and real estate, housing projects, urban development projects, China is fastly developing smart cities. Urbanization is happening a lot in China. They are developing smart cities, and we need to learn from them. Benefits of B2B cooperation, I would only say one thing: the key factor is technology transfer. Till that time, we will not have technology transfer. We will not be able to have long-term benefits of the B2B cooperation. We have seen B2B cooperation with Japan in 1960s and 70s, but after 50 years now, we are lacking behind only because that the transfer of technology at that time was not catered for. So key points is this, that I would say that whenever you people also get a chance to make your presentations or to write papers in B2B cooperation, you must stress on technology transfer, and you must stress on getting the new technology to Pakistan, and especially R&D. Opportunities for youth in Pakistan. A lot of young people, when I go to various universities in Pakistan, they do ask that what youth is going to get out of CPAC. We must develop a lot of youth-led entrepreneurships. Although there's a lot of trend of startups in Pakistan, but still the startups and entrepreneurships and innovation projects, these all are happening in big cities, and the smaller cities, they still lack. Of course, Sargodha is not a small city. Sargodha is probably 6th or 7th largest city of Pakistan. But we need to take all these initiatives to small places, for example, Bhalwal or Pattoki or that area, because these areas, they lack these things. But of course, youth in Islamabad or in Lahore or Karachi or in some Multan or other major cities, they are going towards startups, and they are given lots of initiatives and lots of chances. Chinese scholarships, yes, they are coming in fast. Exchange programs are coming in fast. Technical training institutes are increasing in Pakistan. Joint academic research is increasing in Pakistan. But unfortunately, I hope Dr. Tahir must have apprised you people that maybe from 2027, you cannot get admission in China till the time you will not have any basic knowledge of Chinese. So we need to start learning basic Chinese in universities, in our colleges, and right from the start, from our school level. It should start very, very soon, because another 1 year time, Pakistani students or students from around the world who wish to go to China, they should have basic knowledge of Chinese language. Skill development, artificial intelligence, digital marketing, engineering, robotics, data sciences, very, very important. They're extremely important, and especially the AI data centers and robotics is the new name of the game, or I would say this is the new normal, and we have to adopt these kinds of technologies, not only in our universities, but also in our businesses. Industrial zone employment, IT software industry job, construction engineering sector, CPAC related jobs. We must understand one thing, that in CPAC, in complete CPAC, Pakistan is a transit country. So all those countries, wherever they are, who play a major role in transiting between two sides, like we are a transit country between Indian Ocean and Central Asia and China and the landlocked countries. So being the transit country, the first thing which we need to develop is our service industry. For example, our logistics, hospitality industry, medical industry, legal industry. So all the services industries, they need to be first developed, and then we'll move on to industrial zone, employment, and other things. Again, I would say that it's unfortunate that we are still lacking behind a lot in development of the services industries, being a transit country. ये मेरे ख्याल में this is a repetition of things. Okay, I already told you that Chinese language is getting compulsory in China. Cultural exchange program is already happening. Education, tourism, student collaboration platforms. This fellowship program, which is just you have undergone, is a true example of student collaboration platforms. At the end of my lecture, I will also tell you what benefits you will get with the certificate which you are going to get today. So shared future concept brings long-term benefits, stronger GDP growth, industrial expansion, increased exports, education improvement, poverty reduction, skill development. But for them, for all gaining benefits of all these things, the process is ongoing, but it's a bit slow. So maybe you and me, we cannot see today, but maybe after 10 years, the next generation who would be standing or who would be sitting here in this hall, they would be able to comment better on that. Strategic benefits, regional stability, stronger diplomatic ties, energy security, digital transformation, smart city developments, innovation ecosystems. Already a lot is happening on these, and stronger diplomatic ties and these things, the strategic benefits we are already seeing out of these talks, that now Islamabad has become a world hub for so-called preventing the Third World War. Okay, so key challenges. We need to have more skilled workforce, although we are, all of you are studying in various universities, and tomorrow you will be part of the skilled workforce. But at the same time, we need to improve our curriculum, because when I go to China, and especially in engineering and in robotics, when I see their curriculum and when I see Pakistani curriculum of the engineering universities, we are lacking behind. Still, our curriculum is, I would say, almost 20 years old in what the China is teaching. So we need to, for covering all the key challenges, the key point is that we need to make drastic changes in our curriculum. This I've already said, that we need to have a strong education reforms. Education reforms means that we need to revise our curriculum. We need to invest in the youth training. We need to have a consistent policy, and we need to increase public-private partnership and innovation-driven mindset. This can only happen when we start this thing right at the grassroots level in the universities. So, in conclusion, I would just say that the concept of the community with shared future depends on three things. That is cooperation, connectivity, and mutual development. As I said in the start, that no single country can achieve all these things till the time they are not cooperating with each other, they are not helping each other for mutual development. Pakistan is a key part of the regional connectivity. Pakistan-China cooperation should be a model of shared future, and B2B cooperation strengthens the economic development. So now, since we are in the second phase of Belt and Road Initiative, and of course the CPEC second phase, so we need to have strengthened economic development. Youth is the biggest asset of Pakistan. We must train our youth, we must motivate our youth, and we must immediately make relevant changes in the curriculum so that we should not waste one generation of youth studying the old curriculums in these new times. Future development depends on skills, innovation, and collaboration. So the future belongs to those who prepare for it today. Pakistan's youth are not just participants in the shared future, they are its architects. So we must see the youth of Pakistan, the present day youth, as the architects for the innovation-driven future of Pakistan. So this comes to an end of my presentation, and before I end the presentation, let's talk about the last 6 months. I would just like to give a brief overview that I was, since Dr. Tahir is going to come and he's going to give you the complete overview of it, but as I saw of it, because this is the third university where we have run this program. Before you, we had done this fellowship program in a university in Lahore and one university in Peshawar. So Sargodha was the third university in which we had this program, and initially you people were very hesitant in writing, but then we saw that I think because of motivation or वो Dr. Tahir के डर से या लिशपा के डर से, so you people started writing very well, and eventually मेरे ख्याल में हमारी पिछली जो 2 internships यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में दूसरी यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में चली थी, so Sargodha University had the maximum publication. So clapping for all of you. ओके ये जो आपको आज सर्टिफिकेट मिलेगा, हम इसकी एंट्री चाइना में भी करवा देंगे कम्युनिकेशन यूनिवर्सिटी में, आपके आईडी कार्ड नंबर्स, और अगर किसी का पासपोर्ट बना हुआ है तो वो हमें अपना पासपोर्ट नंबर अगर देना चाहता है तो वो दे दे. उससे आपको फ़ायदा ये होगा कि आज कल परसों, आज से 1 साल बाद, 2 साल के बाद आप लोग चाइना में किसी किस्म की यूनिवर्सिटी में अप्लाई करते हैं, किसी किस्म के जॉब में अप्लाई करते हैं, या किसी जगह पे भी आप लोग अप्लाई करते हैं किसी कोर्स पे, किसी कॉन्फ्रेंस पे, और अगर आप इसको रेफ़र करेंगे और वो उस यूनिवर्सिटी से वो अगर उसको चेक बैक करना चाहेंगे तो आपका नाम उधर ऑलरेडी एंटर्ड होगा. सो नाउ वी हैव योर CNIC. सो CNIC इज़ नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम, वी कैन एंटर दैट. लेकिन अगर कोई अपना पासपोर्ट नंबर भी इन एडिशन उसके अंदर एंटर कराना चाहता है, पासपोर्ट ठीक है किसी का 6 महीने बाद एक्सपायर हो रहा होगा, किसी का 1 साल के बाद एक्सपायर हो रहा होगा, बट आई प्रिज्यूम कि वो पासपोर्ट नंबर भी आपका एक यूनिक आइडेंटिटी नंबर होता है. आप नया भी बेशक बनाएंगे तो दैट वुड कंटिन्यू. सो दिस सर्टिफिकेट, ऑफ कोर्स दिस सर्टिफिकेट इज़ नॉट गोइंग टू हेल्प यू इन गेटिंग वीज़ा, बट ये कोई वीज़ा लेटर नहीं है, बट दिस इज़ गोइंग टू हेल्प यू इन गेटिंग, आगे आ जाओ इधर आ जाओ, दिस इज़ गोइंग टू डेफिनेटली हेल्प यू इन getting your admissions and other things. उसके अलावा क्योंकि आप हमारे साथ ICSF फेलो आज से बन जाएंगे, किसी ने PhD में एडमिशन लेना हो या किसी ने PhD के लिए, अक्सर लोग भाग रहे होते हैं कि जी हमें एक फॉरेन सुपरवाइज़र की ज़रूरत है, तो being ICSF फेलो we can help you in getting a supervisor from China. वो हम उसमें, क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोग हमें अप्रोच करते हैं कि हमें कोई फॉरेन सुपरवाइज़र की ज़रूरत है PhD के लिए, तो वो भी हम आपको इसके मतलब हम आपको कर देंगे. आप अपने CVs के अंदर इस सर्टिफिकेट के बारे में लिखिए, आपकी जो पब्लिकेशंस जहाँ जहाँ छपी हैं वो लिखें, बिकॉज आई रिमेंबर जब मैंने कम से कम बैचलर्स किया था तो उस ज़माने में हमारे पास तो कुछ ऐसी अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं होती थी और कोई ऐसी चीज़ नहीं होती थी, और हमने सिर्फ यही लिखा होता था अपने CV के अंदर कि जी हमारे यूनिवर्सिटी के अंदर ट्री प्लांटेशन हुई और मैंने पौधे लगाए थे उसमें, या वो जो खून लेने वाला कौन सा डिपार्टमेंट आता होता है वो, हाँ वो रेड क्रॉस वाले आए थे और मैंने उसमें ब्लड दिया था. तो मुझे अच्छी तरह याद है जब मैंने कम से कम मैंने बैचलर्स किया था تو اس کے اندر ایکسٹرا کریکولر ایکٹیویٹیز میں یہی 2 چیزیں تھیں، کیونکہ ایک پودے لگانے کا ہمیں سرٹیفکیٹ ملا تھا کہ جی اس نے 200 پودے لگائے ہیں، 300 پودے لگائے ہیں، یا اس نے 2 دفعہ خون دیا. اس زمانے میں وہ ریڈ کراس وہ والے، ریڈ کریسنٹ والے، وہ ایک سرٹیفکیٹ بھی دیتے تھے. آپ کو پتہ نہیں ابھی دیتے ہیں کہ نہیں دیتے، اب نہیں دیتے. اچھا، اس وقت اب خون چوس لیتے ہیں تو وہ اس ٹائم پہ سرٹیفکیٹ دیتے تھے. تو اس طرح کی اپرچونیٹیز، اگین آئی ایم تھینکفل ٹو ڈاکٹر طاہر کہ اٹس بیکاز آف ہیم that and it was his idea that we should select Sargodha University, and I'm sure کہ جو آپ کو لیکچرز وغیرہ ہوتے رہے ہیں آپ لوگوں نے ان سے، چلو اگر 100% نہیں تو اگر 30% بھی بینیفٹ حاصل کیا ہے تو ایٹ لیسٹ یو ہیو لرنڈ سم تھنگ. So thank you very much from my side, and it was a real pleasure for all of us کہ یہ ایک سکسیزفل فیلوشپ پروگرام آپ کی یونیورسٹی میں چلایا گیا. تھینک یو. جی 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 بالکل. Okay, anybody if you want to ask something about this fellowship, about anything.
You have opportunity to ask any question from Sir Khalid.
کوئی بھی اگر جی اپنا پہلے نام بتائیں.
Sir, my name is Vanessa Ahmed. I am from PICS-UoS 8th semester.
ہاں جی.
پوچھنا یہ کہ جو ہماری publications ہیں کیا یہ HEC سے recognized ہیں؟
No, they are not HEC recognized publications. وجہ یہ ہے کہ HEC سے recognized publication کی ایک certain criteria ہوتا ہے. یہ والے جو آپ نے آرٹیکل، اوپینین آرٹیکلز لکھے تھے، they were basically ان کو ہم کہہ سکتے ہیں کہ they were نیوز پیپر آرٹیکلز، اور وہ آرٹیکلز تھے. اگر آپ نے کوئی HEC recognized پبلیکیشن کرنی ہے تو آپ HEC کی ویب سائٹ پہ جائیں، یا جو بھی جرنل کے لیے ریکوائرمنٹ ہوتی ہے آپ وہ لکھیں. اگر کوئی چائنا ریلیٹڈ اینی تھنگ ہے تو آپ ہمیں بھیجیں، وی کین گیٹ اٹ پبلشڈ. یہ یسرا آئی ہوئی ہے. سب سے زیادہ کام جو ہے وہ یسرا نے کیا ہے. یسرا کھڑی ہو، یسرا کے لیے ایک اسپیشل کلیپنگ کر دیں، کیونکہ آپ لوگوں کے کئی لوگوں نے بہت اچھے آرٹیکل لکھے ہوتے تھے، بٹ آئی ایم سوری ٹو سے، بٹ کئی لوگوں نے تو ABC کٹھی کر کے ایسی لکھی ہوتی تھی جن کو پڑھنا مشکل ہوتا تھا، بٹ شی یوز ٹو اسٹڈی. HEC کے لیے جو جرنل کے XYZ کیٹیگری میں وی کین ہیلپ یو ان گیٹنگ پبلش، لیکن وہ آپ کو اس کرائٹیریا کے مطابق لکھنا ہوگا. anybody else? Nothing? Okay.
Sir, Imran Abbas here. I want to ask a question about, you mentioned that the B2B model is the future model. But generally, literature mein, although it's an outdated concept, that the Chinese economy is more of a state-controlled economy.
وہ میں نے ہاں ٹھیک ہے جی.
اس کانٹیکس میں اگر کوئی
بالکل اصل میں میں نے کہا نا کہ چائنا بہت تیزی سے چینج ہو گیا، ہم ابھی تک بہت پیچھے بیٹھے ہوئے ہیں. چائنا میں تقریباً آلموسٹ پچھلے 2-3 سالوں میں مور دین 50% اسٹیٹ اونڈ آرگنائزیشنز جو ہیں، SOEs جو ہیں، ان کی اسٹیٹ اونڈ انٹرپرائزز، ان کو بھی پرائیویٹائز کر دیا گیا ہے. آپ یہ سن کے حیران ہوں گے کہ مور دین 3000 ایون ان کے ڈیفنس پروڈکشن کے پیٹنٹس کو بھی پرائیویٹائز کر دیا گیا ہے. تو اس وقت چائنا اسٹرانگلی بلیوز آن B2B کوآپریشن، اور وہ چائنا جو ہم اور آپ کتابوں میں پڑھ رہے ہیں، اصل میں ہماری بکس کو ریوائز ہوئے ہوئے کافی عرصہ ہو گیا ہے، اور چائنا جو ہے وہ بہت ریپڈلی چینج ہو رہا ہے. اور انفارچونیٹلی ہم اس میں اتنی چینجز یا اتنی ہمارے کریکولم میں وہ چینجز نہیں آ رہی. تو وہ جو کانسیپٹس ہماری یونیورسٹیز میں پڑھائے جا رہے ہیں، وہ کر رہے ہیں، وہ دے آر نو پریٹی آؤٹ ڈیٹڈ. وجہ یہ ہے کہ BRI کا فیز 2 از آل اباؤٹ B2B کوآپریشن، اینڈ 70 ملین چائنیز انٹرپرائزز، 70 ملین جو ہیں وہ چائنیز فیکٹریاں، چائنیز انٹرپرائزز، دے آر آفرڈ ان 155 پارٹنر کنٹریز، اور بڑی تیزی سے ان کے کلیبوریشنز اور ان کی میٹنگز اور وہ چیزیں ہو رہی ہیں. تھینک یو.
Thank you so much, sir. It's always an honor and opportunity to have you talking with us here. And I guess this was not only a lecture, but it was a future direction for the participants of our fellowship program. And I hope it has answered so many questions جو ہمارے پارٹیسپینٹس کے ذہن میں تھے کہ وہ اس فیلوشپ پروگرام کے ساتھ فیوچر میں کیا کر سکتے ہیں. تو سر نے بہت ساری آپ کو ڈائریکشنس دے دی ہیں اور آپ کے بہت سارے کویشچنس جو ہیں ان کو آلریڈی آنسر کر دی ہے.